Why, hello there everyone, I'm the Kumo Sensei, and welcome back to another live stream. So, it's good to see everybody again, and as the title says, it's pretty much a really chill stream what we're going to be doing today. Just going to be chilling with everybody, and just playing some Pokemon. This time we're going to be training our Blossom. And yes, that's really all I'm doing, nothing too crazy today, just a day for me to chill and relax. I do have some things I got to do later on after this live stream, but it's nothing too big, but it is still work I got to do. So, yeah, it's very self-explanatory, and I hope everybody's doing well. As for me, I'm still saving money for my surgery that I need, and we're about 2/3 and 3/4 of the way there. So we're past halfway at least. So I do get paid next week, so that should add a bit more to it, making it closer to 3/4 now. But anyhow, though, I hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing fine, just working and trying to get my career going and whatnot. And I'm very happy that the video came across to most people's heads about me not quitting YouTube. It seems that everybody thinks I'm quitting, but I put that to rest. So I hope that quells people's speculation within my community, because man, do people people speculate a lot. I'll say that much. But yeah. Without further ado, let us play some Pokemon and let's chill. So, me and the screen game, baby. Alrighty, let's go. Cairo. Alright, let's see. Hello there, John. I hope everything's going well. So yeah. Today is very self-explanatory, nothing too crazy, and we're just playing Pokemon. I want to turn down the audio in the background for a little bit so the Pokemon audio is not too loud for you guys. But essentially, though, we're just chilling for today, just playing some Pokemon, and hoping for the best. So I don't remember exactly where I last saved, but let's see where I last saved, because I'm still training Blossom. Levincia Town, it seems. Yeah. Alrighty. Alright. I'm gonna... Hold up. Change our positions here. And now we're gonna be training our Blossom here. So I do have a specific stat spread that I'm targeting here. So essentially what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to give my Blossom certain items to hold. And what we're trying to accomplish here is spreading out their EVs. EVs is basically short for effort values, and what it does is it helps raises a Pokemon stat through battling and whatnot. That's how EV points are earned, and this will essentially help us get there much more quicker, essentially. So, I'm gonna be giving Blossom. Alrighty. Here we go. Now we're on to training our Blossom. Oh, I'm so glad we actually caught this Pokemon. This is actually... Man, it took over 3 hours. Which, honestly, isn't long, but... Compared to, like, full odds, but man, oh man. That was a bit frustrating, though. Alright. So before we start, I gotta actually check our summaries here, everybody. About how... Alright. As suspected, there is 0 EVs on this. So let's begin training. So we're going to be battling these weak Pokemon. And the reason why we're battling these weak Pokemon is that we're not actually trying to... So we're battling these weak Pokemon because we're just targeting effort values. We're not targeting actual EXP as of now. So if you're wondering why we're battling weak Pokemon, it's not because we're doing it for EXP. This is just for effort values. So effort values is essentially what we're targeting here, and you can get it through any Pokemon, but certain Pokemon have specific EVs that they'll give to our Pokemon. So, for example, we just knocked out this level 4 Pokemon, and while it isn't much in terms of level compared to level 63, obviously, if we look now, our EVs have slowly gone up. What about push-ups? I've already done the push-ups today. Did I not? Yep, it's gone up. Alright, good. Well, yeah, though, that's essentially what we're doing now. So we got about 20-something of these. Hold up. The push-ups, that's funny. People are asking about push-ups. I was like, I think everybody's asking about. That's crazy. Alright, everybody. So I need to get my calculator out because this is actually kind of I don't know how to put this. 2, 9. Alrighty. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get a very specific number here. Alrighty. But that's the plan though. We gotta battle a couple of these for a second. So it's kind of surprising. People are like, wait, you're playing Pokemon? Yes, I love Pokemon. Pokemon is actually one of my favorite games to ever play. That's 3. And that's 4. So I'm targeting Azurill specifically. It's because this Pokemon drops the EVs I'm actually needing. So if you're wondering why I'm battling this Pokemon, it's just because I need this EVs. Not necessarily the EXP, because we're not training to level up right now. We're training to increase this thing's stats. So Arbolossum, we're targeting, is basically we gotta increase its HP stat. Which effort values for HP can be dropped with this Pokemon specifically, Azurill. So that's why we're dropping Azurill's HP. And we're knocking these guys down one at a time. Because that's essentially what I'm doing. And then we gotta... This is tedious and is very... I don't want to say mathematical, but it's very... I don't know how to put it. Pokemon are everyone's favorite. I love Pokemon. And they did announce the new Pokemon games. Pokemon ZA, which is crazier. See, I'm a big fan of Pokemon. Like, tomorrow is the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. Yeah. Now that you... It's kind of crazy. Now that you mentioned the Anime Awards, man, everybody's gonna say it's rigged. I promise you that. Mark my words. Everyone is gonna say that... Hear me out. Everyone is gonna say the Anime Awards is rigged. Well, look, it doesn't matter. Like... It's just so crazy how, like, no matter what, like... See, the thing about it, well, when it comes to Crunchyroll is that everybody says political. So, like, no matter what they do, people are still gonna hate. Haters gonna hate, man. That's all I can say. 9 times... 9 times... Sorry guys, I'm actually doing some math right now. Times 18. 9 times 20. 9 times 21. Alright. There it goes. Hello there, Kuno. Hope everything's going well. Alright, so we gotta knock out 21 of these, and then everyone has their favorite anime. Like, I have One Piece. If somebody says they like One Piece, man, they're truly a dedicated anime watcher, because the amount of episodes it takes to get into One Piece, it is a true testament to anime fans. So I'm impressed to anyone who does watch One Piece. One Piece is an amazing series, by the way. I would not deny that. Like, I love One Piece. I still love Zoro. I think Zoro is my favorite Straw Hat Crew member, for those who are wondering. So there's a reason why I like Zoro. And the reason why is because Zoro is like the most loyal. Like when somebody asks me who's the most pirate in an anime, definitely Zoro, man. Because he's loyal to his captain, he's strong, and he has priorities, but he does it well. Like, he balances himself out. Speaking of One Piece, I'm almost caught up with the One Piece dub. Oh yeah, baby, that's what I like to hear. Manga is more better. I actually agree with all of those. Zoro's my favorite, so Turo, I actually agree on that. Like, Zoro is Zoro, man. That's so true. And Chrono, the manga for One Piece is 1000% better, though. I have to agree. And really, it comes down to the art style, Oda's art style, that is, and the pacing. The pacing for the manga for One Piece is spectacular. It's just that when the anime drags, look, in my honest opinion, I think the anime drags, but which is why a lot of people don't really like it. But the manga's pacing is amazing. Just put it that way. The real pirate will be Blackbeard. Yeah, we're actually taught about Blackbeard where I live, because Blackbeard actually sailed the seas here on where I live, on the East Coast. So we do learn a bit about Blackbeard here, in our history classes, that is, on how he got his head hung up, which was kind of sad to hear, but hey, that's the truth. Zoro. Okay, Zoro has no sense of direction, but he's still an amazing character. You can't deny that. Like, Zoro's just perfect to me. The real pirate would be Blackbeard, though. Yeah. To each their own, I guess, but I still love Zoro. Blackbeard is actually a very interesting case, because, like, the anime Blackbeard and the real life Blackbeard are so different. It is just crazy, man. Like, we learned a lot about Blackbeard in history class, because, like, Blackbeard is essentially native to our area. So it's just crazy when people talk about the stories of Blackbeard, because, like, I'm the person who knows some things about Blackbeard. What is the size of this game? What do you mean by size? You gotta be more specific, Kruno. Are you talking about, like, how much it takes up, like, data, like gigabytes and whatnot in size, or like the size of the map? Because you gotta be more specific, my friend. I'm not trying to hate. I'm just not certain what you're asking. Like, specifically, that is. I would like to play some horror games, but I don't think anybody likes RPG Maker games, though. Which is why I never play them. Not on stream, that is. Oh, yep, like how much gigabytes? I believe it's 8 gigabytes on the Nintendo Switch. This isn't PC, by the way. I'm playing on my Switch, for those who are wondering. So I'm playing on my Switch, but I'm using my capture card, so that way you're seeing it here on stream. So yeah, it's only 8 gigabytes. It's not a lot actually, which is kind of strange because I think it's a Nintendo Switch game. I mean, it's not going to be a lot, obviously. Hold up, did I overdo it? I hope I did it. Okay, 15. Okay, 2 more. And then we gotta go solo for a little bit without the power bracer. But this game doesn't take up much data at all on your Switch. What is the name of the game? I'm playing. It's literally Pokemon Scarlet. I'm just playing Pokemon. We're just training our little Blossom here. That's essentially all we're doing. That's surprising. People are like, what's the name of the game? I mean, hey, we're just playing on my Switch. Alright, see ya, Turo. You gotta go, you gotta go. I don't force anybody to stay on my live streams. So, if you gotta go, you gotta go. As long as you stop by, that's already more than plenty. I couldn't ask for anything more. Alrighty. That's okay. Now we gotta take the power bracer off. And that should be 189. And our target is 192. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes, 3. Okay. Now we gotta target 3 of these. 3 more, and then we're switching our stat EV spread. Oops, excuse myself. So we're not battling these Pokemon for EXP. We're battling these Pokemon for EVs, which is a... I thought it's power. When Nintendo Switch, it's not famous here. It's kind of funny how Pal World is like the better. It's like I wouldn't necessarily say it's the better Pokemon, but it's the more inventive Pokemon, I guess. So oh wow, we're low battery. That is great. Okay, hold up. That's not good. Oh, we accidentally ran to Psyduck. Just great. Hold up. Give me a second. I do not want to battle this Psyduck here. Okay, this is what we're looking for. Oh boy. Ah, that's not good. Okay, hold up. 6, 9, 3. Okay, good. Now we're switching stats. Alright. So I have a specific EV spread I'm targeting here, guys, for those who are wondering. Special attack. Alright. Switching this up. So don't mind me. We just gotta give it speed, special defense, lens. There it goes. But back to the conversation though. In terms of Nintendo Switch, I understand that it's not popular in some countries. It's bigger in Japan, but to each their own. Alright, Psyduck, you're the next target here. I thought everybody had a Switch, but I guess not, because the Nintendo Switch is It's been around forever at this point, so... Which is the crazy part. $171. Alright, that's orders. Oh. There it goes. It says, how good a piece of it will cost me. I'm not trying to be a streamer pro player. I just want to have fun playing a game. You gotta be, Bruno, it depends on what game you want to play. But if I'm being honest... though, I honestly think that... Okay. I honestly think that playing a good game on PC is going to be kind of expensive. Because, like, I've been a PC gamer since 2016. So, I've been around for a while, and I will say this. It's not necessarily the PC that's the problem, it's the games that are kind of the problem to why PCs are so expensive. Because as time has gone on, PC gaming has become more and more and more, how should I put this? Games require more power to run. So, this is kind of the downside about PC gaming, though. It's not because PCs are getting outdated necessarily. It's because the gaming standards for like what a game needs to run on becomes so high. It takes a good chunk of change, if I'm being honest. Like Pokemon Unite. Pokemon Unite is on Nintendo Switch. It's not on PC, so just buy Nintendo Switch if you want to play Pokemon Unite. But I'd say a decent PC on a cheap budget is like $700 to $800 USD, that is. So, yeah. In terms of like budget-wise, I'd say $700 to $800 for a somewhat adequate PC budget PC. But if you're just talking about like a decent PC to run decent games, I'd say at least $1,000. But look, even at $1,000, you can't really do much with it, because what a lot of people don't really understand is just how crazy like the specs of games requires nowadays. Because, you know, people tell me that 16 gigs of RAM is enough to run a PC game, but I actually kind of disagree with that. And it's really just because PC games nowadays use up so much RAM, and it computes so much to your CPU that you kind of need to buy the more somewhat expensive parts or something adequate. So for me, I've always been a fan of saying 24 gigs minimum of RAM for modern gaming. Because most games nowadays that are being released on PC requires a minimum of 16 gigs of RAM. But the problem is that when you have 16 gigs of RAM, your computer naturally uses some of your RAM already. Normally around 1 or 2 gigs of RAM is already being used. So essentially, you have 14 gigs of RAM to optimize here. And then once you run a game that runs on 16 gigabytes of RAM, for example, while it isn't necessarily a little, it's just the bare minimum to get by, if you get what I'm saying. So I always say, if you can get more RAM, that's better. My PC has 32 gigs of RAM, by the way, for those who are wondering. I did make a video about my specs already here on the channel, so just go check that out. But man, It's crazy how far gaming PCs have come. In 2016, having a GTX 480, a 480 GTX, that was like plenty for a decent game. Now you got the 3060s and the 4090s and stuff. It has evolved so fast. Sensei, do you know any good emulator? I also have not a problem buying Nintendo Switch, but I can only order from Amazon, so no service center here. Oh, that's rough. Well, here's the thing. I cannot look. I really can't help you out on that if I'm being honest, Bruno, because I think here's the thing. Piracy when it comes to emulation, it has lawsuits, and I don't want to get in a suit. Look, when it comes to lawsuits and stuff, Nintendo is not the one you want to mess with, man. Nintendo sues anything that slightly revolves around emulate. Like, it's crazy. I don't want to mess with Nintendo, so I can't recommend anything. Did you watch the teaser trailer for One Punch Man Season 3? Yes, I did. Okay, here's the thing. Everybody was so disappointed, man. They literally said it's going to be by JC staff, and the moment they said that, it was over. The disappointment was immeasurable. Isn't it just crazy to see how anime fans are just like... there's like, this anime studio is JC staff, not Mappa, and oh my god, everybody, you should have seen how people on Twitter were not happy. As a matter of fact, I don't think any anime fan was happy, because man, that disappointment, yo. It was split into two groups. People who were just happy that... So here are your two groups, literally. The people who are just happy that we get out of Season 2, and then Season 3, my bad. People were happy about Season 3, and then the people who are like, bro, no. Why? Why isn't it Mappa? And the only thing I can say is, god dang, I started to laugh. Hard. But I'm just glad to see that there's an anime studio working on One Punch Man Season 3, but my god, are people so obligated. It's really just sad, honestly. But hey, I'm not here to complain about that, guys. I will say this though, I'm just happy that we got at least we got a new season, you know. So, who am I to judge? Am I right? Hold up. I think I overdid this. 10 plus 6. 16. 3 more. Alright. 3 more. But yeah, though, I saw the trailer, though, John. It was on Twitter first, by the way. I'm always on Twitter. So, I'm usually caught up with most anime news. Because, like, even though I don't watch anime as crazy, I'm still... I know we've all been waiting for One Punch Man Season 3. I don't know, man. I kind of disagree with that, John. Some people after season 2 were like, cancel the series. Don't do any more, please. Like, a lot of people were very displeased to where they were literally just saying, don't mess with One Punch Man anymore. Just let it end on season 1, basically. I'm not here to say that season 3 will be good or bad because we haven't really seen much besides a trailer. But man, do people not look happy. That's all I can say. Like, literally. 12 plus 6. Okay, one more. Like, people were not happy at all. Look, what do I think? I'm personally fine with it. I don't have... See, I don't really feel... 170... 1... 8... 7 more battles. Alright. I don't feel as strongly because I don't really know what to expect. Like... It's anyone's call. Because what if it's good, or what if it's bad? Who knows? We can't predict the future. Because the feedback for Season 2 was immense. So, because of that, I think they were going to try to fix it up and try to stay more loyal to how Season 1 was animated. But I could be wrong. Don't take my word for it. It's anyone's call. I'm just speculating here. If my speculation is wrong, then it's wrong, but... who knows? The anime news has been crazy, yo. This is why I love talking about anime sometimes while playing Pokemon and chilling with everybody. I believe JC... Was it JC staff that also worked on Season 2? Or was it Silverlink? I don't remember, but man... I really just think that they should try to find those freelancers again, like how they did for Season 1, and just have them come back to make Season 3. Excuse myself. Just to save everybody the time, I guess. Not the time, but give the fans what they want in an animation. But hey, I'm not here to, like, I don't know what's the right move. I'm just saying an idea here. Three. Alrighty. Sorry, Psyducks, you're all going down today. But yeah, though, I was not the most impressed. I'm not gonna lie, but I wasn't disappointed either. Because you kind of just had to take it for what it is at this point. Like, good or bad. Our battery's low. Okay, this training might have to stop in a little bit. I'm so disappointed. I wanted this to charge up, but I guess not. Okay, that's 5. This is 6. Come on. 6. And then the last one should make a 7. If another Psyduck can spawn, that is. There's a Choodle. Alright, Psyduck, we just do one more spawn. Yeah, I figured. That's why I'm not really too happy myself. And that's the last one we need. 7. Alright. See, I'm not I'm not the right person to ask for when it comes to tell you guys how I think when it comes to anime sometimes. But who knows, man. I was not a big fan of season 2. If I'm being honest. I was really not a big fan of season 2. I thought season 2's animation was a bit clunky. But hey, who knows? Maybe they'll fix it up. Ooh. Oh, God. Well, at least they announced the Tower of God Season 2, so... Tower of God Season 2 looks... I'm hoping they don't screw that up at least, man. I love the Tower of God. Like I stated last time, I actually think Tower of God is probably the best anime manga adaptation we have so far. But hey, I'm not one to judge though. I'm just giving my personal thoughts. Okay. Defense. Special attack. Okay, we're moving locations. East. South. Alright. We are going to be looking for something called... Alright, well, back to what I'm saying, though. I honestly... See, it's kind of crazy how anime has changed so much, the more I think about it. Because... I think a lot of people need to think from my perspective here. When I was watching anime growing up, people really didn't compare the anime adaptation to the source material. And basically what I mean by that is... You just had an anime, and that was essentially it. That was essentially all you got. They didn't really care if it was accurate or not to the manga or the source material. Now it seems that, adaptation is everything, which I actually 100% stand by. I think any and all anime should try to adapt to the source material as faithfully as possible. Just be faithful, you know? Love you, Sensei. Gonna sleep good night. It's midnight here. Yeah, man. If you gotta go to bed, go to bed. I don't want people to be wasting their time watching my live streams. Just stop by if you have the leisure to do so. But that's where I stand, though. It's crazy how... Look, it goes both ways, man. When it comes to anime adaptations. Oh, why won't you jump? I swear, we got soft locked for a second. So my favorite anime is Steins Gate. Even now, it's still Steins Gate. So the reason why I like Steins Gate a lot is because Steins Gate is one of the only animes that actually has a solid conclusion. Anime conclusions nowadays don't ever happen. And if it does happen, it's usually not a good one. So Steins... if anybody knows an anime that has great conclusions... It's probably an anime I've already seen, you know? Because, like I've been watching anime for so long, when people always people keep recommending animes I've already seen or know what's going to happen. I don't hate them for it, but I just want people to know that, hey, I've already seen this show, so like I appreciate the recommendation here. Nothing against to those people though, because like I know that people want to recommend me good animes, but at this point I've already seen all the good animes. Literally all the good animes. Because you gotta understand, I've been watching anime for over 10 years. Like 10 plus years. So you gotta start from 2007, 2006, and then go up from like from when I watched anime, which is a very long time. How would you define a good conclusion? Here's the thing. If the ending is earned, and if there is no big plot holes, with characters actually having their own, like, proper conclusions to their own story arcs, I think that is a satisfying series. It's a lot to ask for, sure, but it can be possible. And our batteries are low, guys. So, that's not looking good. But that's just my personal opinion, though. Oh, man. This stream is going to conclude a pretty short. Well, actually, if our battery dies for our controllers, I'm going to let this charge and then we'll just talk about anime. So that way we can buy some time to let this charge. And we'll talk about more proper anime stuff. But that's my idea of a good anime. And trust me, a good anime comes very, very rare. Like, it rarely ever happens. We're looking for one specific type of Pokemon. There it is. Boink. My friend. But I think Steins Gate has the best delivery in terms of a conclusion for an anime. So, it's still my favorite. Like, you have to understand, just because a series is good doesn't mean a series is going to have a good ending. But the ending is like one of the biggest driving factors for a good series. Like, I've always said this, if the beginning is a really big banger, like if the beginning of any series is like god tier, the ending is probably going to suck. Because I feel like a lot of writers nowadays, a lot of mangakas and whatnot, they can really create good stories, but for the love of my life, they cannot create proper conclusions. We've seen this from, like, legit, basically every, well not every, but a lot of anime series already. No offense to Tokyo Ghoul, because that is the one that always comes up in my mind. Tokyo Ghoul is what I will consider to be a flawed masterpiece. The ending, even though it's like a forced happy ending somewhat, because like everything was written out of convenience, like there are so many plot holes, man, to where I just can't wrap my head around it. And I don't really, look, I'm not trying to say that as like a person who hates Tokyo Ghoul or anything, but Tokyo Ghoul is one example of like plot holes on plot holes. Okay. What series? But don't get me wrong though, guys. Just because I don't like a series doesn't mean you'll like it. Everybody has their own personal preferences. So, to each their own. So I don't want people to think that I'm gonna be like crapping on their favorite series. I'm not. I just have my own personal preferences. But hey, to each their own. Like, but if we're just talking about series that are just good, that I like, I think Bakuno is one of the greatest stories ever told. but it's very complex. Because there's like 1,000 characters in that show. If you want to talk about storytelling or story execution, I think that's more accurate. And Baccano came out in 2008, I believe, and it was licensed by Funimation. But now Funimation is closing down. It's going to be added to the Crunchyroll catalog. The dub for Baccano, or Baccano, if you watch it in English, is actually very solid. For a 2008-2009 dub, it's pretty good. Actually, I think Baccano has one of the best dubs in the anime. Because it does take place in America for that anime. But its story execution is amazing. I love Baccano. Or Baccano. I still watch it from time to time, too. Like, like Vino, Vlad, and like the dynamic of characters in that show is just amazing. Like, no two characters are alike. That's what I will say. That show is solid, man. It is a straight up solid show. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Okay, one more. I mean, two more battles. That is. I'm just looking for a. I'm looking for a spoink. What is that? Oh, that's a little. Tricks. Alrighty. Spoink, where are you, my friend? But yeah, though, if anybody wants to recommend some animes, I don't mind, but most likely I've either seen it or I know what's going to happen in it. Because I've been around watching anime for a very, very long time. There it is. There you are, Spoink. Now, that should be 99 now. Alright. Now we put away the held item. And we just need one more spoink. You. Alrighty. There it goes. Alright. And then the rest will be focused on defense. Alright, now let's check your EV spread. That looks like what I want it to be. Alright, it's gone up. Now, defense should be 40 here. But I don't know exactly where to go for defense, so... Alright. I know we're low battery. Hang in there, guys. We should be fine. Just give me a second. Need to heal up. Oh man, our low battery's not looking too good. Alrighty. And where are you, my friend? Alright, now we're targeting scatterbugs. So we're targeting scatterbugs now because we're trying to increase our base defense EVs. So we only need to battle technically 3 of these? Nine times 4 is 36, that's right. Alright. So 4 of these, technically. Alright, scatterbugs, where are you, my friend? Scatterbugs are usually around here. Or... there you are, scatterbugs. That's two. Well, that's just my personal opinion when it comes to, like, animes with good execution, though. But hey, if you watch anime, you're going to recognize this, and I'm going to say this right now, so listen carefully. A lot of animes you will watch in your lifetime would never have proper conclusions. And the reason why is because anime studios will just give up on them. So, like, you will not believe how many comments I get on my old videos about people wanting second seasons for animes that are pretty much never going to get a second season. And it's not because it's not because of anime studios hating series they adapt. It's really just because it's more so of conveniency. Like, they just need something to make, so they just take whatever schlock or whatever series is available, and they get the licensing rights to it to make an anime. And then they just hope that by making the anime, it boosts the sales of the light novels or the manga to get it popular enough to where it can hopefully get a sequel, which 99% of the time it doesn't. So if your favorite anime did get a second season, that is a miracle in itself, because I promise you that almost never happens. Most of the times you only get one anime season, and that is it. And it is frustrating because I am the guy who's seen, like, I'd say 70% of animes I've seen, like 70% of all the thousands of animes I've seen, have no second season at all. 70% about, maybe 80%, maybe even more. And then of all of those that do get a second season, most of the times they don't get an actual proper conclusion, or they don't get a third season. Because by the time the second season comes around, the hype is already dead. So, if an anime in itself gets, like, a third season, I honestly think that they must be doing something right. Or the anime studio must have a lot of money to throw around. Because, man, it does not come easy making... oh no, what am I doing? It does not come easy making an actual second season or a sequel to any anime. Prove me wrong, but I've seen it from time to time again. They just give up after the first season. This is why, like, shows like Chivalry of a Failed Knight or Rakudashi no Cavalry, I believe, and other series don't really get anything. Alrighty. You're finally EV trained. Alright, so let's go check out your stats, but... I find it frustrating, honestly, when I think about anime sometimes, because I think talking about anime is fun, but when people keep recommending anime series that I know will never get a sequel. And most of the times, man, I promise you, sequels are a rare commodity, an expensive commodity, that is. And sometimes your series will never get a second season because either the manga author is on hiatus or they quit, or the series was forced to conclude because it didn't sell well. That happens the most, actually. A lot of your favorite animes will never get conclusions as well because the manga got cancelled, or the light novel got cancelled. Alrighty. I gotta move the lucky egg. Oh. Sorry, Milowetta, I'm gonna give you something else. But for now, the Blossom has to get the lucky egg here. But I rarely see animes with proper conclusions. Unless it's a classic. I really do like remakes, though. I think anime remakes is a necessary thing, because it actually puts a conclusion to your favorite series. Such as, what you call it, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Don't get me wrong, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is overrated on my anime list, without a doubt. But I will not lie, though, for what it does is like what every anime needs. Like an actual, not like a reboot, but a proper adaptation. Like, it really, like, a lot of animes need it. I think, but I still think one of the greatest anime adaptation remakes, or a Brotherhood anime, quote-unquote, adaptation, if you get what I'm saying. Well, if anime is getting, you know, new adaptations, I think Fruits Basket is probably the best one thus far. Like, I genuinely think Fruits Basket has possibly one of... Hold up, guys. I gotta actually charge my remote. We gotta stop playing Pokemon. So I'm gonna save real quick. And after I save, I'm gonna turn off my Nintendo Switch. And then we're gonna be focusing on anime. Okay. Let's save here. Good, okay. So let us switch our screens for a second with just me. Alright. But anyhow though, guys. Sorry, I gotta let my thing charge because this remote is gonna die on us. I need to buy a Switch controller for real, but I'm too lazy to buy it, so don't mind me, guys. Okie dokie. Let that sleep. Alright. Give me a second, guys. I need to load up some stuff. So I'm gonna make y'all wait for a second, so hold up. Alright, we're back. Okay, good. Okay, let us talk more about anime and stuff. So what am I saying? So as I'm saying here. Okay. Let's see if I get the chat to pop up real quick. Let me refresh this. It should show up, but who knows? Let's see how long it does. But anyhow, though, we're talking about anime. Let me pull up Fruits Basket. I actually have a love and hate with this show, but I really gotta use that for... Oh my god, so much stuff I gotta read. How this mother truck. Okay, let me pull up Fruits Baskets now. I think this show here is probably one of the best anime adaptations in terms of a remake. And I know that's kind of strange to say that, but hear me out. I know Fruits Baskets is... People keep saying it's a romance comedy series, but it's not. I hate that. Or some people say this is a romance series. You're kind of wrong on that too. This is actually a melodrama. More of a melodrama anime with supernatural elements in it. With a bit of romance, but man. This year marks the 5th anniversary of the Fruits Baskets remake. That's crazy. It's been 5 years since the remake. I truly love this show. But I have a love and hate relationship with this show because everybody keeps referring me to Shigure. So all of my friends actually refers me to this character, Shigure Soma. This character right here. Now I'm highlighting. And the part that annoys me is that they're kind of right. But you kind of had to watch the show to understand why. Because, oh god. So my friends actually bully me sometimes because they always say I'm Kureno and Shigure combined. Which is very accurate. To them, that is. And man, I hate that. I hate that, but I'm not gonna deny it either, though. But someday, though, someday, I'll beat that curse. But this is probably one of the better anime remakes, though. I think another great, but I think, but in my personal opinion, I think a series, Tokyo Ghoul needs a remake, man. This year actually marks the 10th anniversary of the anime. Of season 1. Can you believe that? This year is the 10th anniversary of Tokyo Ghoul. I wish with all of my heart that for the 10th anniversary, Studio Pierrot actually remakes this anime. Because this anime needs a remake. Period. Like, please, for the 10th anniversary, announce something amazing. Because, man, so once it hits fall of 2024 this year, that is this anniversary. And I have so many memories of Tokyo Ghoul. I remember when Unravel was out. Everybody was singing Unravel. Everybody was playing the piano to Unravel. Like, Unravel was everywhere. This anime defined a generation with its opening. I still do think that Tokyo Ghoul is a classic. Period. It is a classic for the 2010s era of anime. Like, seriously, man. If Cowboy Bebop and Neon Genesis Evangelion was the 90s, like, nostalgia, and then in the 2000s was not Angel Beats, but Clannad and whatnot, and then for the 10s, I would say Tokyo Ghoul was one of them. This anime here defined a generation of anime watchers. Like, it's just so crazy to me how bad, like, it just keeps baffling me at how bad this anime adaptation was. Everybody let's pray that for the 10th anniversary, they actually do a remake. Because 2024 marks the 10th year, like the 10-year anniversary of Tokyo Ghoul. Oh god, I'm getting too excited. That's why I'm stumbling. I want remake. This anime deserves a remake. It has so much potential, man, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I really don't see it happening, man. But if it did, I will cry. Well, I won't cry, but I'll just be happy. And I also think, Akame ga Kill needs a remake. Like, this anime here is bad. Period. I can't deny me on that. Akame ga Kill. This anime is bad, but there's a reason why it's bad. The reason why Akame ga Kill's anime is bad was because what happened was the anime caught up to the manga, and because of that, the anime went in its own direction. So the ending for the manga and the ending for the anime is completely different. But the true canon ending is the manga's ending. So people need to actually go read Akame ga Kill's manga. Because you get the real conclusion about what happens to Takumi and whatnot. So Takumi actually loses his human form, but he survives at least. And he has kids. From what it states on a panel, but who knows. You have all the Tokyo Ghoul Blu-rays? My man, I respect you. That must be expensive. Literally expensive. Because Blu-rays are at an all-time high right now because the physical media is dying out. Isn't it just crazy to think about that? Like, God, anime. It just isn't the same as it once was. Anime is becoming more expensive. I can't be the only person who thinks that, right? Anime is such an expensive hobby now. It's crazy. Because, like, I remember, like, anime figures were so cheap back then. They were like $30, like $45. Now they're like hundreds of dollars and nobody can afford to buy them. Isn't that just crazy, man? Well, it's really because of the quality of anime figures has gone up. So a lot of you guys would never experience the hell I've been through on my era of animes. So, anime figures, oh man, you guys would not be able to take care of your anime figures if you were in my era. All of your anime figures would have either been melted, broke, or suffered disfiguration because of heat. Like, anime figures was very cheap, but also very hard to take care of. And that is the reason why their prices have skyrocketed through the roof. Especially anything from like 2013-ish down. Because oh boy, I need to talk about that actually. Where's hold up. That figure here. Super one of my favorite classics. Like that's the thing you understand by anime figures. Very hard to take care of though. Because that anime figure here has no ABS at all. No asbestos was used for its legs, like, at all. Everything here is PVC. So if it gets too hot, like, it could bend forward or backwards. But luckily, I've taken good care of my anime figures to where they don't really suffer disfiguration. Man, you will not just... You have to be a true anime. You have to be a true anime fan to actually take good care of your old school anime figures. Because old school anime figures were made out of the worst materials of all time. So if you have a really good quality anime figure that has been polished, taken care of, you're set. I'm set. But that's why I don't really do too much, guys, when it comes to like anime figures. But man, that's one of my biggest regrets. I wish I can go back in time and actually buy those cheap anime figures before they became expensive. Because back then they were just disposable. Like you would have them up for about like a year or two, and then you would throw them out and replace them. Or you sold them to somebody else because they were just not durable. But because of that, now there's very few of them out there. And now they're like super valuable. Oh, but that's history 101 for anime figures though. Anime posters were a different story because people will bootleg that way more than anime figures. But nah, we can talk about anime posters another day. Anime posters, they don't do anime posters much anymore though. I remember when you bought a Shonen Jump magazine, sometimes they'll give you a free poster with it. You try to advocate something. I think some of the Naruto posters are still out there, but I don't know how much they're selling for. I know that they're not expensive though, but just some good old memories though. That's probably some retro stuff now, I bet. Same thing for the volume bundles for Naruto, but let's not get sidetracked about merch because you guys don't really care. But I can give you a history 101 about anime figures. Anime figures have gotten better and better, but so have the bootleggers. People have been bootlegging anime figures like crazy now, so you have to... It's frustrating to say this, but you really got to buy animes from, like, your anime figures from actual Japanese companies. You can't really buy from third parties because most likely you'll get a bootleg, and that frustrates me a lot because the bootlegs look so identical to the actual real anime figures and stuff. You can't tell them apart at this point. So I wish everybody luck. Like I stated, some places I recommend if you want to buy anime figures and stuff, authentic, real Japanese figures, not the fake bootleg stuff. I recommend Ami Ami. That's my number one place I will go to. or I'll go to Playmaya, what you call it, Play Asia. Play Asia do sell anime figures and whatnot at times, but they mostly sell games and stuff now, but they still do sell anime figures from time to time. Those are the three places I usually go to when it comes to buying my anime figures. And then I do have some other anime what you call it, figure websites, but those are more of like back-ends, just in case, like, if they don't have it. But buying anime figures is super tedious, because if you buy from those places, especially Ami, you have to pay like $75 to $80 in shipping, which is not cheap, but you have to buy the good shipping. Because here's the thing, when you buy anime figures from Japan, it can get lost in shipping, because international shipping packages get lost. So sometimes if you spend like $400 on an anime figure and you don't pay for good shipping, it may never ever come to you at all. So please spend the good extra money and actually get good shipping. If it costs $80 for the express one week shipping, get it. Because back then, when I was buying anime figures, sometimes it would take 2, maybe even 3 months for an anime figure to get from Japan to me. Like, boy, you guys didn't. Oh man, you guys have it so easy compared. Like, now you can just buy anime figures on Crunchyroll and those like those websites and whatnot. But back in my day, you had to actually go through hell and back for anime figures, man. It was just impossible. Boy, oh man, that takes me back, yo. I remember a very long, this is 12 years ago, I believe. 12? 10 years ago? About 10 to 12 years ago. When the Makise Kurisu Wave Beach Queens figure came out, it was, oh boy, my figure got lost in that anime figure I bought got lost in shipping, and after about 2.5 months, I got refunded. I got my refund back because it was lost in shipping. And then sometime later, it finally got to me after about 3 months. You heard that right. A quarter of a year just to get an anime figure. That was about, I think it was $30 to $60 at the time, depending on where you bought it from. Man, you guys do not understand the hell of buying anime figures. Man, boy. See, I keep saying man, boy, like, ooh, and that kind of stuff, because it is really nostalgic. Like, I remember it like yesterday, the pain of just having to suffer that time. Because when I look at anime now, it's like everything is everything's in your fingertips. You have so much control over the stuff you want to buy, the stuff you have, your options, Blu-rays, etc., anime figures. But back in my day, you had to bootleg stuff, LimeWire, buy from third parties, and you have to wait an excessive amount of time, especially for English dubs. English dubs usually took about 4 years before you got an English dub of your popular Japanese animes. Oh man, anime fans are so ungrateful nowadays. It's crazy, yo. People think these fake anime fans, they think they know it all until they meet me, and then they give up. I am the real deal anime fan. I'm an anime historian. I could tell y'all a bunch of stuff, man. Like, it's just so crazy to see how much time is flying by. But hey, if anybody wants an anime history 101 about something, if I know something about it, I'll talk about it. But boy, I'm so thankful that anime is much more convenient nowadays. But I think the cost of conveniency, is the feeling of being thankful, you know? So someday, I really hope that the new anime fans can look back on us and be like, yup, we have it easy. Because man, we did not have it easy. We did not have it easy at all, man. Fake anime fans nowadays, man, or wannabe anime fans, they think they know stuff, they don't. they'll be like, man, you know about Studio Mappa, man? They created, Chainsaw Man and Jujutsu Kaisen, man. Yeah. I'm like, boy, I was way before that time. Get on my level. You guys don't know anything about Studio Mappa. I remember when Studio Mappa was like that anime of the season. Like that, they just do throwaway animes for each season. Man, I remember those days. It was crazy. Some of them were good though, I'm not gonna lie. But some of them are like, whatever, I guess. But boy, I miss those days though. I'm not gonna lie. I think after 2015, everything became convenient, super convenient. Because how should I put this? I don't want to say it got worse in terms of anime fans. Is that there's less effort involved. Like you had, like you can just watch anime nowadays and just not be thankful. But for me, since I was thankful, I took everything in. So I am anime history now. So I'm telling you guys how things are. But boy, I'm old. I'm super old. But if anybody wants to know something, by all means, feel free to ask me. I'm open to questions. I just don't really, how should I say this? Have you watched Kenichi the Mighty Disciple dub? No, I watched the sub. Never the dub, though. I have not watched the dub because I heard the dub was kind of janky in some aspect. Kenichi is definitely an... Oh man, I have not heard that series in a very long time. It is an ecchi. That was... Man, that was like the thing everybody knows Kenichi for. It was like, yeah, this is like the perfect ecchi martial arts anime for me. Yeah, but I have watched Kenichi though. I think Kenichi is alright. I wouldn't say it's the best martial arts anime ever. It's not. But I do think it's a decent series overall though. But don't hate me for saying that though. I just remember people saying it was ecchi martial arts, but man, those are just the memes for that time though. I don't know if it's aged well or not. Looking at like back then, I thought it was fine, but probably looking at it now, it probably isn't as great because there's a lot of better martial arts animes out there now. Maybe, I don't know. So maybe it's aged worse, or maybe it doesn't hold up as well. Because there's a lot of anime series that are not that great as I once thought they were. But hey, don't hate me for saying that though. It's just that time has passed for that series to where I literally can't put my finger on it. Because here's the thing about anime. Even for most anime fans, me included, you watch an anime and then you just forget about it the moment it finishes. You're like, yeah, I finish it. We're good. Okay, next anime. This isn't to say the anime is bad necessarily. What I'm just going with it is that when you watch an anime, it's a good journey, but once the journey ends, you just kind of forget about it and move on to the next anime. So for me, Kenichi was kind of like that for me, but don't hate me for saying that. A lot of animes are like that for me. So they really come and go, John. No disrespect, but just saying. Oh man, I really want to play Pokemon, but I gotta let the thing charge. Damn you, controller. Why do you gotta take so long to charge? I'd say about 10 more minutes and then I'll jump back into Pokemon again. So if you have any more anime questions or any questions in general, I think now is the time to jump in. Oh, excuse myself. Okay, hold up. Somebody did ask a question, but they deleted it. That's fine. Any open questions to me is fine. I try to be straightforward when it comes to questions, but sometimes I don't really like to tell everything as is because would you recommend the Great Jihad will not be defeated dub? The dub is fine, but I still prefer the sub though. I think the sub voices fit better, but the dub is not horrible either. Same thing for series like Frieren. Frieren is super popular. I told you that series was going to be popular. Nobody believed me about that as well, but like when it comes to Jahi and Frieren and those type of animes, I think their dubs are good, but I still prefer the Japanese voices over it because it sounds more authentic to me. But it's not horrible though. You'll be fine either way. I don't ever have any like there is very like when it comes to older series that are dubbed, I actually prefer the sub versions. Like if you watch it in Japanese because it sounds more authentic. But anything 2010 up has relatively good voice acting. So you don't really need to actually be that one person that'd be like, I'm only Japanese voice actors only. No, you can enjoy anime either way. It's just preferences. I think English dub is more convenient though, so to each their own. So basically what I'm saying is that I think, like in my personal opinion, Japanese voice actors are more authentic to anime characters, but the English dubs are not bad either. The majority of them are good. But I'm not the director, so I don't get to choose who's voice acting who, because that's really up to the directors on their dubbing choices. Sometimes it's a good job, sometimes it's decent, and sometimes it's a learning experience. And for the bad stuff, I'm not going to be the one who says that because there's a lot of controversy when it comes to some English dub voice actors. But I am not the right person to judge on voice actors because I'm a voice actor myself, but my goodness, I don't really understand who's in charge of directing, so blame the director, not me. But someday though, I swear someday I'm gonna voice in something. I don't care if it's an indie game, a anime, or something. I just want to voice in something. Or a YouTube video. If somebody uses my voice in a YouTube video, I'm going to be so happy. I still really want to do voice acting though. I really don't care how long it's gonna take. I'm willing to put in the years and the work because I want it so bad. I don't think people understand that, like, just how much I want it. Okay, hold up. Alrighty, hold up. Back onto the list. Good. Well, who knows, right? Someday. You know what? You know what? Now that we mentioned voice acting, everybody keeps saying I keep using voice changer.
I do not use a voice changer at all. I don't. This is just my vocal range. So deal with it.
Like, people keep thinking I use voice changer for my voice acting videos. I don't. I just use my voice. People forget I have acting experience. I'm a stage actor, baby. I do, like, oh my god, man. Here's why I like stage acting. And here's why I want to translate it into voice acting. When you're stage acting, you're essentially an anime character. Like an actual anime character. And then I want to like grab that essence and put it into voice acting. Because people forget I'm a stage actor, man. It's kind of funny. Everybody keeps saying I look like a literal anime character. Which, to be fair, that's kind of true, but it gets tiring. But I don't want to just look and act like an anime character. I want to voice an anime character as well, too, you know. because I don't want to be stuck as a stage actor. Don't get me wrong, I still have to train and diet like everybody else. But seriously though, I pray every single day that somebody finds my work or somebody watches my voice acting videos. I don't care if it's a random nobody, a popular voice actor, or somebody. As long as somebody watches it, then I'll just be happy. Because you know how hard it is. You know, it's strange, but voice acting and stage acting is acting, but they're not the same. Stage acting has a lot more skill involved and a lot more training involved. Voice acting requires much more luck. That's all I can say. There's a lot of luck involved in voice acting from what I've seen so far in this industry. Like, I haven't gotten my lucky chance yet. Like, my big break, you know? So it frustrates me. So I really want to hire another voice acting coach and try to actually learn to I don't know what to expect, because I've already taken voice acting classes already. It's a matter of, like, I've already been taught voice acting, but I'm just not satisfied. I don't know, maybe I'm doing too much. But people think I'm an anime character. Just see me on stage, baby. Usually I'm a throwaway character when it comes to stage acting, but I go anime mode, boy. You guys don't understand. People do not believe me when I say that. Let me full screen this for a second. Yes, I know. I look like an anime character when I'm stage acting, but the thing that I want people to understand is that the reason why I don't want to look like an anime character or look decent is because it's tiring as hell. Like, it is super tiring. Imagine you having to style your hair, put on your makeup, eyebrows on fleek, training, dieting, working out to the extreme. Like, no water, nothing. They basically force you to starve. And not to mention, everything you eat has to be measured. You have to measure your food on how much you consume. Your calories are restricted, you're dehydrated, and your head is very light because of all of that. And not to mention, you have to remember your lines. You cannot choke on stage. And also you have to understand, stage acting is extremely freaking hard. Being attractive does help though, but this is why I don't like this is why I don't look like an anime character all the time. Why I prefer having just my default bed hair on. Because it's just so exhausting, man. Have you watched Tengoku? No, I have not watched Heavenly Delusion yet. You see, I told you that anime seemed interesting. I did talk about it here on the channel when it comes to Heavenly Delusion, but I am just too tired to watch it, if I'm being honest. But I truly hope that people understand where I'm coming from, because I'm very exhausted, man. I'm almost at death's door. That's what it feels like. People don't understand this. They don't. This is why I just don't really care. I might actually die from overwork. If you hear that, if you're watching this live stream, you hear that, it's probably going to be true at some point. Because you have to be on death's door to do what I do at this point. Overworked, tired, forced to diet, train, no freedom. You essentially sold your soul to your work. This is basically every actor, and then everybody's going to ask me how come I'm so disciplined and whatnot. It's because I've always have been. Everything is straightforward. everything is straightforward. My answers are usually straightforward, but my intentions behind them is hidden in context though. So a lot of you will never truly understand what I'm saying. And I think the part that makes it crazier is the fact that, like, no matter how I put it out there, people don't get the hidden message at all. Like, no one gets it. I don't have anything against any one of my subscribers and my viewers, but I want to make this clear. A lot of my viewers and a lot of my subscribers here on the channel are easily misguided. So, no offense to any of them, but I really hope that they pay attention more, because they don't, for the love of my life. I'm planning to make a video addressing my community, because my community is very interesting. Because I can tell that these are a bunch of teenagers that have no idea what the hell they're doing. I don't have anything against them. I'm not trying to berate them or anything, but my god, some of their personal stories are way too personal, my dude. Like, so I don't know when I'll make that video, but in the future I will though, because I like somebody has to tell them. I'm gonna tell them, because it's just too crazy, man. All right. Sorry, it's been about 10 minutes. Let's actually play Pokemon. Let's go, baby. Alrighty, let's go. Okay, okie dokie. Hold up, guys. There's a bit something wrong here. Give me a second. Hold up. Alright, we're back. This should have charged just enough. Oh, man. So, yeah. In the future, though, I'm going to make a video discussing about my community, because a lot of you young folk here are really making me worried about you. And I'm not even kidding when I say... Sorry, grassy terrain. I'm gonna replace you for a second. Alright. There we goes. Alright. There we go. Alright, now we're back into training Pokemon. That's super effective. Oh my god. That's not effective at all? Hold up. God dang it. Alright, we're back into training Pokemon, though. Oh yes, I love you, Roaring Moon. What a beautiful Pokemon. I'm so glad I caught this thing. Oh, and it's shiny too. Alright, you're dead. There we go. I thought there'd be more water Pokemon out here, but I guess not. Hold up, I really gotta see how much Giga Drain does. Is only effective? Oh my gosh. Please do not KO. Please do not KO. God dang it. Hold up. Roaring Moon, I need you. Where are you, my friend? Oh, I love my dragon Pokemon. They're so nice to use. I don't want to be switching out this all the time. That'll make training much more hectic. But I did train... I did specifically, though, EV train this to where it's a bulkier Blossom. So I should be able to tank some hits pretty well. But yeah, though, I really want to talk about my community, though. Because a lot of them are very, very strange. And the only things I can say to my community is that you need to be self-aware, man. Because my god, is it cringy? It sounds like some anime phase. Like it is some actual anime phase stuff that I would have if I was still 12. No disrespect to those people, man, but it just I just can't get over at how cringe it is. No disrespect to my anime. I mean, no disrespect to the fans of this community. Your Terra type. Dragon? That's interesting. Well, this'll help. I'm just gonna capture you just to see your EVs. I mean, your IVs, my bad. Where's my dive ball? Sorry, I just gotta know what your IVs are. I did not get any experience whatsoever. Dang it, man. We need somewhere where they have actual... Ah, this is frustrating. There's like no actual Pokemon I can train here, is there? I don't know if this is a good idea or not, because you're part Ice type, I think. But... okay, that looks pretty good. But feel free to ask anything, though, guys. I don't really have any... people... It's crazy. There's so much I want to say, but I can't. because there's just like too much stuff. That's a Rhea Nucleus. That's not... That's a Bear Tick. That's a Dugong. Alright, this is what we're targeting. I guess we're just going to be battling Dugongs here until we actually level up. That's super effective. But my moves is also super effective. Sorry, Dugong, I just need your EXP. Alrighty. Finally training our Bilosso. Hope we do actually find something. Like a shiny Pokemon or something, that would be cool. Hisuian Quillfish. Bear Tick. There's so many good stuff around here too. I love Pokemon, man. This is like one of the only few games I can actually relax to. There's Missouri. There's another Dugong. Somehow Blossom's floating. But, somehow. No more ice beams. And it uses another ice beam. God dang it. There has to be a better place to train, man. But I don't know exactly where I'll train. Our goal is to find a better place to train for sure. Because these Dugongs are going to be... And we're losing frames. God dang it. That is not what I wanted. There's still some things I really want to talk about. I'm actually going to make a... Well, I already did make it the playlist, but I still need to post more videos on that playlist. I made a playlist called Thoughts and Discussion or something like that. On this channel. And I really want to discuss some things because, man, it is bizarre at how many times... It is so bizarre at how many times I legit answer questions. And also, how many times I have to re-answer questions over and over again. No disrespect. But it is just so surprising though, man. I don't know what I'll title it actually. So if you're listening, anyone, I'm going to make a video. I don't know what I'll call it. But I'll probably call it something like My Community is Kind of Strange, or something along the lines of that, or To My Community, or... Because a lot of... Oh, man. Oh, where do I begin? I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but I really got to just tell how it is. I think a lot of my subscribers are just young kids, but at the same time, they worry me because they're like cringe, but not in a bad way, but like in a strange way. And I don't think they're self-aware at all. I don't know if they're just too young or too stupid, but they're not self-aware. Like, you need a good look in the mirror about the stuff you're saying. That is such a cute thing. Oh my god. I still like my Fluttermane though. This is still my favorite Pokemon this generation. Fluttermane is my favorite. What an amazing Pokemon design. Yoo-hoo! In circles we go, baby. What a giant Pokemon as well. Well, it's not a giant, but for size comparison. Relatively large Pokemon, though. Alright. What kind of mark is that? I actually like that a lot. A mark for an unsure Pokemon. That is just crazy. Hold up. I actually like you a lot more now. I'm gonna give you some EXP candy. This will help level you up. Okay, there we go. Okay, I think I found the place where I'm going to actually train you. Okay, so I don't usually do this, but let's go to Area 0 to train. For now. And then until I can find a better place to train, then who knows. Let's go. I actually do have some Pokemon I really want to train, but I haven't. Like, I have a... I have a shining, like a shiny Screamtail. Still haven't trained it yet. But it is nice looking, though. Hold up. It's in my PC somewhere. Hold up. Where is that Screamtail at? It's somewhere here in my box. It has been sitting here for ages. And I just haven't used it. I think it's this one here. Yup. This is my shiny Screamtail. I have yet to use or train because I just don't have time. Well, actually, I just don't feel obligated to train it. But it's just crazy, though, how you just get shiny Pokemon sometimes without trying. I still do think that Gen 9 is definitely easy to train Pokemon. Alright. Sorry, Sandy Shocks. I guess you're going down with us today, my friend. Alright, so for now we're going to train here, I guess. The EXP is not bad. Not as great as in the Dome, but good enough. That's super effective. That's not great. Oh, great. But that should one-hit KO, right? Nope. Oh, god dang. This is why I hate training, but it's also the same reason why I love it. So this Blossom is slightly bulky, but I intentionally made it that way when it comes to the EV spread. Just so it doesn't get knocked out too easily, because Blossom is not really a strong Pokemon, but it is tanky enough, kind of, for the weak stats it has. But yes, though, I love this Blossom a lot. It is smaller than average, which I wish it was larger, but I'm not complaining though. At least we have a shiny one. Because my god, the journey of getting this shiny was not easy. I have no idea how we'll do against Screamtails. Oh, you have a booster energy. I will actually capture this one because I do want that booster energy, actually. Booster energy is something I really want. Oh, I should just quick ball it. I'm so stupid. Well, I guess we can weaken this a little. I'm just gonna nest ball this. It'll work. Probably not. Oh wait, I already caught a few of these actually. Repeat ball. Definitely work. There it goes, critical catcher. We'll take that. I really just want the booster energy that these Paradox Pokemon have. It's the only reason why you see a few of these in my party, or in my box, that is. Why are Pokemon chasing me? Give me some time to relax. You also have a booster energy. Well, I already got one. I'm gonna knock you out, though. Alrighty. So one-hit KO right there. Alrighty. Curse you. Yoo-hoo! Alright, level 69. That's that's funny. I guess I'll call this a live stream, I guess. We'll save and then call it a live stream. Alrighty. Alrighty, everybody. Thanks for stopping by for this live stream. And honestly, I gotta get going back to work. But after that, I'm going to be playing this a bit more, actually, because I really want to train my Blossom. So the next time I live stream again, I don't know what I'll do or what I'll plan, but if I ever do plan on playing Pokemon again, just note that Blossom may be a little bit higher in terms of leveling. I don't really get too much free time nowadays, but yeah. Let us hope for the best, everybody. So without further ado, thanks for watching, and yeah, see you guys in the next one. Kapow!